Have you ever considered how everything in the environment is interconnected? Picture a tapestry, each thread woven in with precision and purpose. This, my friends, is the concept of environmental ecology. It's the intricate and beautiful web of life where each organism, no matter how small, plays a crucial role. Imagine a forest. Every creature, from the towering trees to the tiny insects scurrying underfoot, depends on one another for survival. The leaves that fall from the trees decay, becoming a fertile soil that nourishes the plant life. The plants, in turn, provide food and shelter for the forest's animals. Even the smallest organisms, like the humble earthworm, play a vital role in aerating the soil and breaking down organic matter. But it's not just about the living organisms. The environment itself, with its climate, weather patterns, and geological features, also plays a significant part in this complex web. The sun provides the energy needed for photosynthesis, while the rain delivers the water plants need to grow. The mountains act as natural barriers, influencing the climate and directing the flow of rivers. Each component of an ecosystem has a role to play, and balance is key. Every organism, every element is a piece of a larger puzzle. Remove one piece and the picture changes. Add another and the dynamics shift. That's the beauty and the fragility of environmental ecology. The balance within ecosystems is so crucial that even minor disruptions can have a ripple effect. A decline in bee population, for instance, can impact the pollination of plants, affecting the availability of fruits and vegetables. Or consider the wolves in Yellowstone National Park, whose reintroduction led to a cascade of positive changes in the ecosystem, including increased vegetation and stabilization of rivers. So, when we talk about environmental ecology, we're not just talking about plants and animals. We're talking about an intricate web of life where everything is interconnected, everything has a role, and balance is essential. It's a delicate balance, and even the smallest disruption can have far-reaching consequences. But what happens when this balance is disturbed? Well, let's delve into the realm of human activities and their profound impacts on our ecosystems. Consider deforestation, the process of clearing vast areas of forests. It's like ripping pages from a book, pages that contain vital information about species and their habitats. When we lose these pages, we lose homes for countless organisms and disrupt the delicate balance of life. Take the orangutan, for instance. This remarkable creature resides in the dense rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra. But as deforestation continues unabated, their homes are disappearing, pushing them towards the brink of extinction. And it's not only about the loss of habitats. The trees being cleared play an instrumental role in absorbing carbon dioxide, one of the major greenhouse gases. When they are gone, more of this gas remains in our atmosphere, accelerating the pace of climate change. Now let's talk about pollution. It's like an uninvited guest who overstays his welcome and leaves a mess behind. Air pollution, for instance, not only affects us, but also other species. Birds, which have a much faster breathing rate than humans, are particularly vulnerable. Air pollutants can damage their lungs, reduce their visibility, and even contaminate their food sources. Water pollution, on the other hand, is a silent killer. Chemicals and waste that find their way into our rivers and oceans can cause a domino effect. They can harm aquatic life, contaminate the food chain, and even threaten the survival of species that depend on these waters. Climate change, another product of human activity, is like a slow-moving train wreck. It's altering weather patterns, causing sea levels to rise, and making our planet a less hospitable place for countless species. Remember, every action we take, every tree we fell, every pollutant we release, impacts our planet in ways we may not fully comprehend. The effects of our actions ripple through the ecosystem, affecting every organism along the way. Our choices today will determine the kind of world we leave behind for future generations. We are, after all, the stewards of this intricate web of life. The consequences of these disruptions are far-reaching, and they're not just limited to the natural world. They penetrate deep into the fabric of human societies, impacting our resources, our health, and our economy. Let's take a closer look at these consequences. Imagine a world where the abundance of resources we take for granted today are in short supply. Fresh water, fertile soil, even the air we breathe, all could become scarce commodities. Forests, our planet's lungs, when destroyed or damaged, can no longer function as they should. They can't absorb as much carbon dioxide, leading to an increase in greenhouse gas levels and exacerbating climate change. This in turn affects agriculture, reducing crop yields and threatening our food security. Now let's talk about health. The World Health Organization estimates that nearly a quarter of all deaths worldwide can be linked to environmental factors. These include diseases caused by polluted water, air, and soil. Climate change also plays a role, increasing the spread of certain diseases like malaria and dengue. Not to mention the psychological impact of living in a degraded environment. The economy too is not immune. Economic losses due to environmental degradation are estimated to be in the trillions of dollars. It's not just about the cost of cleaning up pollution or restoring damaged ecosystems. It's about the loss of potential income from sustainable use of these resources, the increased healthcare costs due to environmental health issues, and the impact on industries like tourism and fishing that rely on a healthy environment. The consequences of environmental imbalance are not hypothetical. They're happening right now, in real time, and they're serious. But they're also not inevitable. We have the power to change course, to restore balance, but it requires action, and it requires it now. The health of our ecosystems directly impacts our own well-being. It's a lesson we can't afford to ignore. Yet, there is hope. Nature has an incredible ability to heal if given the chance. Let's delve into the concept of ecological restoration, a process that seeks to repair the damage we've inflicted on our planet's ecosystems. It's not about going back to how things were before, but rather, it's about helping ecosystems recover and regain their functionality, while also enhancing their resilience against future disturbances. Imagine a neglected piece of land, stripped of its natural beauty, suffering from deforestation, pollution, or overgrazing. Now, imagine that same piece of land after a few years of ecological restoration. The barren soil is now teeming with life. Trees tower high, birds fill the air with their songs, and a variety of wildlife call this place home. This is the power of restoration. Let's take a look at some successful examples of restoration projects. The lowest plateau in China, for instance, was once a barren, eroded landscape. But after a massive restoration effort that spanned over 2 decades, the plateau has been transformed into a fertile region, providing livelihoods for millions of people and serving as a testament to the power of ecological restoration. Then there's the case of the American buffalo. Once roaming freely across North America in the millions, these magnificent creatures were nearly driven to extinction by the late 19th century due to overhunting. But thanks to concerted restoration efforts, their numbers have grown from a few hundred to over 500,000 today. And let's not forget the Great Green Wall in Africa. This ambitious project aims to combat desertification and improve the lives of millions of people by planting a wall of trees stretching across the width of Africa. While it's still a work in progress, it has already shown promising results in terms of restoring degraded land and providing livelihoods for local communities. These examples prove that with time, effort, and the right approach, we can help nature bounce back. It's a testament to the resilience of our planet and a reminder of the role we can play in its recovery. But nature can't do it alone. It needs our help. The journey towards environmental protection often seems vast and daunting. Yet it's important to note that each one of us as individuals can make a significant difference. It's the small, everyday actions that collectively have the power to create a massive impact. Consider the act of reducing waste. By choosing to say no to single-use plastic, by opting for reusable shopping bags, and by composting organic waste, you're not just reducing the amount of garbage that ends up in landfills, but also decreasing the demand for the production of plastic items. Think about the power of planting trees. A single tree can absorb as much as 48 pounds of carbon dioxide per year. That's equivalent to offsetting the emissions from driving a car for over 26,000 miles. So, imagine the impact of a small community coming together to plant a forest. Let's not forget the influence of our wallets. By choosing to support businesses that prioritize sustainable practices, you're voting for a greener economy. This could mean buying local, organic produce, opting for clothes made from sustainable materials, or choosing energy-efficient appliances and renewable energy sources for your home. However, your role in environmental protection doesn't stop at your actions. It's also about initiating conversations, educating others, and advocating for policies that protect our planet. You have a voice. And that voice can be a powerful tool in influencing change. Remember, the journey towards environmental protection isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's about making conscious, sustainable choices day in and day out. It's about understanding that our actions today will shape the world of tomorrow. In the grand scheme of things, we're only temporary custodians of this beautiful planet. It's our responsibility to leave it in a better state than we found it. Remember, every action counts. By making conscious choices, you can help protect the environment for future generations.